On 1st and 10, Kendrick.
And check down, complete to Hall.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Ball at the 24 at a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Kendrick. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run with Hall. Gets past one man, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall, and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
To throw from his end zone. Clayton, he's got Higbee complete right side. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, it's Sutton. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. And the Rams at 2-8 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Clayton. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
first down. Clayton, Sutton reeling it in on the left side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
2nd and 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. James now to return.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Off the play fake. Kendrick going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Kendrick. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ballard.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kendrick looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ballard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the Kendrick. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clayton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Clayton. Out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they're going to get these to about the 44-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's James returning. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they should wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And down to the 36-yard line here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They give this one to their receiver, Watkins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Kendrick towards the end zone for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, Kendrick. Man open left side is Brown. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kendrick. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Rams' 13-yard line.
Off play action. Kendrick. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Kendrick. And he'll find Hall.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On fourth down, Kendrick. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing to start the drive, Clayton. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game,
he rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Open man, and again it's Sutton. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Sutton. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
To throw on 2nd down. Clayton. That'll be caught by Kupp.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Clayton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Clayton.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Sutton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 and 2nd down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clayton.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Clayton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and
it's a fumble. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll run with Hall. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
To throw on 2nd down, Kendrick. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Kendrick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
On 4th down, Kendrick. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now here is another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this 35-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Clayton, and this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sutton.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw on 3rd down, Clayton. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Straight ahead is Hall. And down to the 36-yard line here. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off play action. Kendrick. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to the ground with Hall. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Ball again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Breece Hall, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 42-0.
42. Rams, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. Clayton. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
A gain of 4.
Call it a gain of 4. And that'll make it second down.
39-yard line.
Up the middle they go. McClendon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Right back to him on first down.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
On first down, McClendon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On second down, McClendon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Over the middle, complete. It's Ballard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Pass. Complete to number 88. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. Grant. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, Yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sutton, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clayton. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down. Clayton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving,
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
To throw on 2nd down. Clayton. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Clayton. He completes this to Sutton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Clayton got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Off play action. Clayton. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to...
Now a hit and a loose football, and the Rams have got it back.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Eagles, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year.